Hey guys, we're back with Avalon le Fae. Last time, Britain is kind of self-destructing. Morgan's dead. Spriggan's not looking too hot. Aurora is crazy. I called it, by the way. Coral is... I'm hoping for her, but we all know she's not going to make it. Yeah. It looks like your Ranger Bay guided us to the storm border. Love that boy. I don't see why Aurora would have him bring us here. So I think he is helping us. Been a day and a half since I started galloping along the coastline. We're at the western shore soon. Suddenly, I've started to lose all feeling in my forelegs. My legs too, for that matter. Come on, we got a Namekian healing pod with your name on it, buddy. To be perfectly blunt, I'm afraid any more running can endanger my life. My life as a Fae racehorse, that is. You ready yourself that ragged for us, teary-eyed? Not at all. I've been putting my legs aside. The wagon wheels are about 20 seconds from falling off. Oh. Are you all ready to run to the ocean as soon as you're out of the carriage? See a whole mess of wars over on the shore. Never did figure out what exactly propeller humming history was all about. But I suspect it means you're all the brave warriors destined to truly save Britain. It's been an honor to accompany you on your journey. Wait, no. Rage a bit. Alright. This is as far as I go. Take care, everyone. Come to the storm border with us. Rage a bit. He's coming to the storm border, right? Thanks, Raja. Been the best damn horse I've ever seen. What about me, Morimasa? Come on, Grim, it's our turn now. Let's clear the path for it. Let's clear my path. Okay, I do get a big party. So I want. Oh, baby, I get a big Kiara again. Perfect. You and you. This, I mean, look, this party works for everything. Oh, I should have brought another servant for the bond. Oh well. It's not like I'm gonna give like bond 11 on anyone. I mean, that's not true. I have like, I don't know, 3 bond 11? Well, 2? I don't know how many I have. I think I have Waver, Artoria Caster, and like, do I have Vlad? I don't think I have Vlad. Did I get Hercules? No, I don't think I did. I don't know. There's no way I'm getting anyone. Well, I could conceivably get Artoria Caster to 15. No one besides her, though, I think. I saw some people saying, oh, what do you do after you get bond 15 on the character? Do you start using another support? No. Use Artoria Caster until the end of time. Oh, then you... Oh, shoot. So that'd take care of him. Oh, don't. Kinda looks like they're spitting on us. Like, just hurling spit. It's kinda gross. You can stop that. But I didn't use Artoria's attack up, which is why that didn't. Well, that Avenger would have lived either way. Got this demonic bottom vista. I don't know how to say that word. But bottom vista is like a someone who's reached enlightenment, right? I know my Buddhism. Okay, what's left? More Moors? Or Moors? Or yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. And yay. Okay, that's not gonna kill him, but okay. I want to like just fast forward this battle, probably. Look, if there's no fake news, I have nothing to talk about. He's ever since that one Eevee poster. I love talking about that guy. For reference, I've talked about this a lot, but I was talking about something random. I don't remember what. Some guy left a YouTube comment. Why the heck are you talking about random stuff all the time, you guy? In my head, he came off as a lot more aggressive than, like, I mean, he came off as moderately aggressive, right? But in my head, he was like full on evil. He was like Oberon. I still have the screenshot of it somewhere. See, ever since that, I've gotten self-conscious and I don't just rant about Ruby anymore. I would rant about Ruby if it ever got a 10th season. That's not gonna happen though. Well, I mean, it could happen. Oh, wait, Artoria Caster's not even Bond 10 yet? Okay, never, but jeez. We made it. But Ranger Pit came too, right? Ranger Pit? Ranger Pit? Good to be back. Congratulations on a job well done, Horsey. Good to see you safe and sound. This place seems to be in seriously bad news. Sensors are detecting a positively absurd magical energy signal. According to Shiva, we only have a few hours until the collapse begins. It's like if we got Ranger in a Namekian healing pod, he could come with us to Lost Belt 7. Wish I could give you time to take a breather in your quarters, I really do. Can you tell me more about just what is going on here before I have an aneurysm? But first, roll call. That must be Artoria, the King Arthur of Fairy Britain. That must be Percival, the Round Table Army. That's obviously Kukulkan. No, that's Odin. That must be Sendri Morimasa, the alter ego disciple of the Foreign God. Excellent. See, they're all just as capable and dependable as I thought. Having them on board should give us just the edge we need. I mean, it'd be funny if they're, you know, we hadn't filled them in on everything and you'd be like, what the heck is he doing here? Guten Tag, this is the land of the Fae. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. So, Guten is good. Is tag like afternoon? I'm Gordolph Music, Director of Chaldea and Commander of the Border. Given the circumstances, see no point in discriminating between those of you from proper human history, those of you from the Lost Belt. Since we're all in the same very rapidly sinking boat, hope I can count on your help in resolving this unprecedented crisis. By the way, how come there are so few of you? Didn't Defense's report mention at least a few others? Habitat still back at Salisbury. I don't want to talk about Garrett. What? How about the Northern Fairies then? Oh. Didn't you have Mab match with a Maeve lookalike where you became mad friends? A Mab match? Knockneray passed away during a coronation. Oh. And her death can't have been a peaceful one. What a terrible shame. Yeah, it made the Red Wedding look like a joke. I don't know what the Red Wedding is. I just I don't know how bad. Everyone says it was absolutely terrible and well, like a good terrible, right? But I always said I would read Game of Thrones when the 6th book came out. I said that about a decade ago now. So, you know, any day. We can't count on help from those who have already passed on. There's no point in dwelling on it. Alright, let me tell you what the situation is here. We've begun our water takeoff sequence. It's going to take several hours yet before we can leave. Technical advisor, needed you in the computer room yesterday. Nemo Professor needs your help. Mashu, see that our 2 guests are well tended to. No, wait, take Percival to the infirmary first. He's not looking too good. Morimasa Grimm, now that you're on board my ship, you'll be treated like any other Chaldean servant. Captain Nemo here will brief you on our plan of attack. As for you, Horsey. So you're just in just as sorry a state as ever. There's nothing new for you by now, is it? First, I want you to get yourself checked over at the infirmary, then use our precious fair spew command spells to replenish yours. Let's go! After that, you're to return here and brief myself and the administrative advisor on every place you visited in Britain. Oh, I wonder, are they going to let us summon a servant? You know, we had Tristan, well, I mean, we accidentally summoned Tristan. Like, what if we summon, like, Gawain? Or Bedivere? But so, you know, we'll be going in there ourselves in the Stormwater in just a few hours. So we're gonna need all the information you can give us on the land and the fairies who live in it. Yes, sir! The Lava and Wardolph's competent. Good. It's been a day and a half since our last transmission, so if we leave in 6 hours, that'll be in about 2 days. I don't see the entire world ending in 2 days, so we should have plenty of time, I think. Nonetheless, this is going to be a fearsome battle, so make sure you're all well rested and ready for anything. Oh, not end of. 2 hours into the emergency meeting. I see. Very well, I believe I now have a firm grasp on what transpired since our last communication. Appreciate your attention to detail, Mr. Horsey. With your information, I know what we need to do, though whether we can do it is another matter entirely. Oh? So what is it we should do then? Broadly speaking, we have 2 goals. The first is to prevent Britain from collapsing. That will require us to investigate the pit, stop the calamity, and wipe out the Moors that have sprung up all over Britain. The second is acquiring the divine construct. Oh yeah, we still gotta get that, huh? Came very close on the latter. Seems we were thwarted at the last moment. Ah, yes. Sacred lance is supposed to be sent from Camelot. Don't blame the Round Table Army for this. Still can't help but wonder if they couldn't have finished just a day sooner. Dang it! About that, Grim, can we see you here for a moment? What's up? Got a question for me? I do, yes. Pertains to the divine construct. We thought we could achieve that goal by seizing one of Camelot's sacred lances. But according to Mr. Horsey, you seemed a bit put off when the topic came up before. May I ask why that is? Awesome. Yeah. Even if we can't, it'll be invaluable as a reference. Okay, you didn't say anything, you just looked at us. Dang, you got a mind like a steel trap, don't you, Horsey? Yeah, that's right. You guys are barking up the wrong tree. Taking one of Camelot's sacred lances for yourself doesn't mean you'll automatically be able to fit it to this ship. Buying contracts are closely tied to their wielder. You might be able to create one, but you having the right to actually use it isn't the same thing. So you guys get back what you at Chaldea, and what all proper human history lost when the world was wiped clean. It will never be granted a divine construct of your own. Okay, so, well, we lost something to the Bleached Earth phenomenon? Can't be, but no, it's the only logical explanation. You can't be telling me this whole thing was for nothing. So that's why we had to come to this lost belt. Miss Sion sent us here because she knew about it. What did we lose? Like, it's not about Rungo Minion in particular, it's about any divine construct. Did we lose our gods? I mean, since they're divine construct. Alert, alert, alert! It's for the change in Central Britain's gravity. Oh, it's as strong as the foreign god pseudo black holes. It's not good. Something really gross is emerging from there. Ah, don't even want to look at it. I think that's bad. I'm seeing fire spreading all over Britain. Looks like it started in the northwestern part of the isle. A tsunami of fiery wind is blowing across all of Britain from Manchester. Oh. Fire broke out of Manchester? Alright, guys, God, keep it together. Get as much detailed information as you can. I also want to see these phenomena myself, like the ultra long-range lens we used in Atlantis at Central Britain. I'm trying, but we can't see a thing out there. Dark as the bottom of the ocean out there. We're still positive about what's going on. Looks like we'll have to go see what's going on for ourselves. Any word from the professor? How much longer until the navigational program is done? She said it's already done. She just needs 30 more minutes to test it out before it's deployed. Good to have Da Vinci back. It's 3 hours sooner than I expected. Wardolph, Holmes, ship is ready for battle. Horsey, what do you bring Mashu and Artoria Caster here? I don't have a single second to spare. Hey, I hate to do this. Looks like we won't have any time for a test drive before we head out. Okay, like, can I take a nap though? It'd be nice to be well rested going into, you know, fighting a god and a fairy. Yeah, that should handle your minor injuries. Also give you a stimulant and pull. Is that how you say that? Are you sure you don't want to try the recovery pod? Might not help you recover completely. Should at least give you a little more energy. Thank you for your help, Da Vinci. Yes, I'm sure. Wait until after the Great Calamity's been dealt with. He's not gonna make it. I mean, obviously, he was never making it out of this lost belt, but if I get into that bed, I'll be unconscious for several days, right? I'm the commander of the Round Table Army. That's time I can't afford to lose. Even if I can't be of much help, still want to see what becomes of Britain. Besides, how could I ever face my soldiers if I told them that while Britain faced this crisis, I was asleep? I wonder, Toria, you remember, she has Fae eyes, so I wonder if he's lying a little bit. Like, what if he wants to, you know, make sure Meldocine is, I don't know, dealt with properly? That's just something I need to tell you too, Artoria. I'm going to keep this to myself. Can't do that now that I've blabbed about it back at the cathedral. This is about you being a substitute child of prophecy, isn't it? Is that why you're in poor health right now? From what I've gathered, it was Aurora who took you and the other human children in just after you were born. I thought it was Woodwose. Oh, Woodwose was the one who saw you had talent at the Rearing House. Lancelot taught you how to use a sword. Okay. Guessing the purpose behind all that was to create their own child of prophecy? That's right. Your angel's prophecy became known. A number of different measures were taken in response to the child of prophecy. So here's like the Nerevarine. How do you say it? So it's Nerevarine? If you haven't played Morrowind, you, the player character, may or may not be this prophesized character, but by going through all the prophecy, you become the prophesized character. Queen's army captured all fairies who had just been born. Some villages hid next generation fairies who met their description. Some villages raised them in secret. The Lord of Salisbury's idea was this. We don't know where the child of prophecy will appear. We can just prepare our own in the meantime. That's why you and the other human children were taken in and raised to be warriors. You were meant to serve as the child of prophecy in case the real one didn't appear 16 years later. True. That may have been one of the reasons. What happened afterwards? By that it sounds like they just wanted, you know, their own. Lord Wood was determined that I had the most potential out of all the candidates. What's more, Salisbury possessed one of the weapons Esk the Savior used to save Britain in the Fae era. This spear, the Spear of Selection. However, Esk had placed a seal on the spear that prevented any sinner from using it. In practice, that meant only humans could even touch the spear, let alone wield it. And that's why they used human children. Even if they're not as strong as fairies, they could use the Spear of Selection. That was the bar that had to be met to call oneself the child of prophecy. That's right. Then when I was 10 years old, I succeeded at drawing out the Spear of Selection's power. I think it chose me, that it wanted me to use it to kill wicked fairies. I heard a voice saying something like that in my head. Hold on, I'm absorbing the lore. Any sinner, okay. So all fairies are sinners, which has to do with that, the Gate of Camelot, remember? Sure, I heard a voice saying something like that in my head. That was also when the Mere clan disappeared from Britain. The day the Spear Selection chose me was also the day she went to the Lake District on our Lord's orders. Huh? Hang on, that doesn't make any sense. But was it not Morgan who killed them then? The Mere clan disappeared 6 years ago, okay? Oh, it was only 6 years ago? But your Spear Selection uses its wielder's life force to generate its true power. But is he actually like 10? Sorry, Artoria. Truth is, I'm 16 years old too. I was 10 when the Spear Selection chose me, aged 10 years as a result. That's why I have the body of a 26-year-old. Oh. You didn't know? I mean, she has Fae eyes. How does she not know that? But British humans only live 30 years on average. That's why you didn't age anymore the second time you used it. You couldn't age more. Does that mean the only reason you're still alive now is... Yes. Just been born stronger than other humans. His Lord Woodwells did choose well, huh? That's why I owe you an apology, Artoria. I was raised to be a substitute for you. No, to be a threat to you. But instead of coming clean about that, get an organization meant to support you. Use your name without permission, just so I could put the Round Table Army together for my own selfish reasons. I have no right to speak about peace in Britain, but I went around preaching it all the same. That's Not true at all. You didn't do this for yourself. You never did. Even now you're forcing yourself into action just to save Melusine. Engine storm mortar. Ship is now battle ready. We detected a powerful gravitational fluctuation in central Britain. Holmes believes this is the start of Britain's collapse. 30 minutes, we'll transition to flight mode and attempt to enter British airspace ourselves. All hands to the bridge. All hands to the bridge. I repeat, the ship is now... Looks like that's all we've got time for now. Heading to the computer room. What about you two? Get the epic music? I haven't heard this track before, is this new? I'll go to the bridge too. Maybe an imposter, but I still call myself a knight of the round table. If I have nothing else, I want to honor my companions who lost their lives on the battlefield by seeing for myself what becomes of Britain. My own wish may be nothing to speak about, but I can at least honor theirs. A future where humans and fairies can coexist in peace. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We can dream though. One more area, I think? Is the map on fire yet? Oh yeah, oh boy. Oh boy, that's on fire. Yeah, we kind of lost everything. Is it smaller now? No, it seems about the same size. Pretty much all the cities are gone though. Like, I mean, you just don't make out Salisbury there. Not in good shape. Camelot is. Oh, that is. Yeah, it's completely gone. Oh, we have 2 more arrows. Jeez. Okay. I haven't seen this in a while. Last time we saw that, I think, was when we fought Canis. What the devil's going on here? It's only been a day and a half. How's all of Britain burning in only a day and a half? Okay, we did get to take a nap. Probably. And I knew Moors were bad news, but this is unbelievable. Moors don't use fire. Something else did this. It's gotta be the Red Calamity. So the fire's coming from Manchester. Isn't that where we made that promise with our guest? That would help some fairies migrate to proper human history if things went belly up. That's right. Our guest told me about that. She said she already talked to Manchester's residents about the prospect of migrating outside Britain. That they all love the idea. Then we need to hurry there now. I don't think they're gonna make it. That's where we're headed. We need to find out what's causing the fire anyway. It'll be something of a detour, but it shouldn't affect our entry route into the pit. How are things going on your end, Vinci? All systems green. We're making good time at 60 knots, 111 kph. Is that... That's not kilometers per hour, is it? I don't... It'd usually be km or... I don't know, actually. Do they put kph on, like, British signs? We want to head to Manchester, right? Thinking we should make that our first stop, too. We have to keep our promise to our guest, after all. We'll be there in 10 minutes, surrounded by a massive fire. At least the fairies inside should be safe. Times your efforts ought to keep the fire out. We'll have to move the fairies onto the storm border all at once. There won't be any time to guide them one at a time. But Horsey, like you and Masha to head there ahead of us and let them know we're coming. Then the shadow border down to the surface as soon as we arrive in Manchester's airspace. I'll land automatically. You'll still need a driver to get there. French cooking boy! Can you do that? Sure thing. Guess I'm the only one who can, since Chubby's gonna stay here as the commander. But I pressed to accept it so readily. I still don't know how to say that. But I suppose you are the... Look, French doesn't make any sense. I suppose you are the border's longest serving pilot. Oh, well... Yeah, oh, yeah, has he always had that sprite? Pretty much. Since I put it easy up and down now. Great. Okay, I'm counting on you guys to round everyone up and fill them in. Got it. I don't think there's going to be anyone left. It's been a while since we've been in here. I kind of didn't realize we still had the shadow border. I kind of thought it became the storm border. Feel like a paratrooper. Bitsy thought up an autopilot mode for everything. Scanning for hostile enemies. No more is nearby. Outside temperature is 1,000 degrees Celsius? Okay, that's a little hot. It's like you're running around inside a forest fire. Sure, your mystic code's on good and secure, Horsey. Alright, full speed ahead to Manchester. Let's go! Open the hatch, we're heading out. Huh? The hatch is still locked. We need you to... Sorry, I can't. You can't go out there now. Dang it. What the hell's going on here? Oh no, what's going on? You guys said Manchester was supposed to be this quaint, idyllic town, right? So, what the hell am I looking at? French cooking boy? What are you talking about? Mashu, come look at the monitor. It's on the monitor. Are those? I see that in, like, you know, top left right there. The corpses. A gosh darn mountain of corpses. Not just fairies. Humans too. They didn't die in the fire. Human corpses are all torn apart. It's like by fangs. Fairies are hacked to bits with swords. Means humans were eaten alive. Oh, yeah, we can help the little fairy. Help, she's gonna kill me. Something's wrong with Lady Barghest. I don't wanna die. You said we'd all survive. Just like how they would keep us safe even if the great calamity struck here. Oh, I don't wanna die anymore. I hate fire, I hate nights. Help, save me, Oberon. Why Oberon? I don't wanna be born just to be killed all over again. Oh, I see a hand. Oh, third ascension! Oh, that's you see, this is why I always thought Barghest was a little silly. That's not like the most strategic of armor. Barghest? That's Barghest? It doesn't look anything like you described her in your reports. Did she do this to Manchester? Can't go outside, it's too dangerous. Magical energy skyrocketing? Heck? How could you have more than the storm border? She eating the smoke? Wait, she's sucking magical energy out of the fairies' bodies. So don't let her smell us. I think she smelled us. Yeah, God, she just kicked the border like it was a dang football. Get the border out of here, French cooking boy. That's the magical energy eater Da Vinci wrote about in her reports. She's sucking up Senpai's life force. Alright! I just got those command spells back. Trying, but the steering wheel's not... Oh, hang on. She's going away on her own. She's not too interested in us. She's headed outside the city. Towards Gloucester? She's not alone. A bunch of black, dog-like creatures following her. Got them all lined up in procession. It's like watching some twisted real-life Pied Piper of Hamelin. She's got her rats or children. Is that the Black Calamity? Wait, is she's the Black Dog Dutch? Is she the? Well, I don't know. Let Nasu's cooking. Let him explain. Oh, thank you for the quartz fragment. Yeah, good. Explain what's going on. Get the shadow border safely stowed away. You guys ready to head to the pit now? Yes, Manchester's been completely destroyed. Given what has become of Barghest, the fact that she's now leading a procession of black dogs, I believe it would be best to refer to her as the Calamity of the Beast from here on. Did she get, like, Oberon? Regardless, though we could take her on now, I agree that we should make our way towards the pit first. Trust there are no objections? Yeah, Gloucester can burn, who cares? Hey, come on. Just because it's true doesn't mean you gotta be so blunt about it. She might have been our enemy, but Barghest was one of the few fairies in Fairy Britain who... It's okay. I'm not sure why Barghest slaughtered all of Manchester. Whatever the reason, it's no surprise she became a Morris after doing something so horrific. I have no problem calling her a calamity now. Okay, if you're sure. Just don't push yourself too hard, okay, Artoria? In any case, we'll have to fight at Barghest eventually, since she's the source of the fire spreading all over Britain. The walled cities are still holding out. The fires completely devastated the forests and plains. Also looks like the smoke from the fires gathering in the sky and forming thunderclouds. She's consuming the lightning they generate as her primary food source. Her magical energy grows with every step she takes. We're gonna have to stop her before she becomes a literally unstoppable monster. Yeah, if she's gaining power every step, maybe now would be the best time. Even so, we need to check on the pit first. Both a red calamity and a black calamity, right? Can't go to war unless we know the enemy's strength. Luckily, the calamity of the beast is still moving slowly. She seems to be headed towards Oxford right now, but at this pace it'll take her a good 4 to 5 hours to get there. This should give us enough time to come up with a plan of attack. Got that, Artoria? Horsey? Nod. What is that? What is that? Oh, God, it's gross. I don't want to look at it anymore. Cernunos? Stop that. Look out. What are you talking about? Ah, you see the pit, can't you? Save the whining for later and put it on the monitor. Now. Primary objective is to acquire the Sacred Lance at Camelot, whether we can use it or not. So we need to get a handle on what's going on with the pit as soon as possible. Yes, sir. Better get it on the monitor now. It's Harry. That black mist seeping from the pit is actually severe multi-layered curse contamination, of course. Why did I think of that? Whatever you do, don't touch it, like you go insane and rot your whole body. Although, oh, this is amazing. Inside the pit's almost like a whole other dimension. Every signal I fire at it just disappears. Basically a cursed bottomless pit. No, never mind the pit itself for now. That's the real problem. What are you doing, data collection? Get to work already. I'm trying, but I can't. Can't get a read on its magical energy or its spiritual origin. Not even getting any real numbers for its mass or volume. Even when I compare it against the pit itself, just the part we're seeing here is showing up as over 2 kilometers long. Whatever it is, it's possibly big. No other creature like this, not even in the deepest ocean trenches. Grim, is that the same god that was present during Britain's Genesis? Yep, that's Cernunos, the beast god. Celtic mythology, it's the king of beasts, the one who knows hell itself. Here, the being responsible for Britain's creation. That thinks why the old god of wisdom chose me to come here as his vessel. That said, he didn't mention how much it's changed. This is the idea of a joke, I ain't laughing. That thing's way too big for anyone, human or fairy, to do something about. Okay, he is a little big. The hieroglyphics did not make him look this big. How did someone even dig a hole big enough for him? Oh, I was kind of expecting it to end there. I recognize that creature. Who's that Pokemon? It's Cernunos! Is this really happening? Please tell me it's just a bad dream. Zoos I can understand. Here's a machine at least. Ivan the Terrible may have been a massive mammoth, but that makes sense for the frigid tundra. Of course, yeah, you know, Ivan the Terrible being a big mammoth makes sense. But that's a living creature. No way any living creature could be that huge. Just standing there, right in front of Camelot. Can't possibly go in to collect a Rungo Minion now, or can we? What do you think, Administrative Advisor? Is there a chance we can get past that thing? I hate to say this, Gordo. I simply do not know. Simply know far too little about that creature to say anything for certain at this point. You'd say that even viewing it through the monitor is enough to give me palpitations. That creature is pure, concentrated curse. Get Van Gogh. Van Gogh can win this. In fact, I dare say there has never been a maledict god more powerful. We suicide to set foot in Camelot right now. And yet, I suspect that creature is precisely why Queen Morgan prepared the sacred lances. Take a look at where she kept them. And ask, Queen Morgan, so preparing a means to defeat that thing. We had a plan to protect Britain all along. And we should go to Camelot, the sooner the better. I agree, since the big guy hasn't so much as budged. Maybe he's just there, existing, and that's what he does. The servants ought to be able to withstand some degree of curse. So I say we do what Horsey says and head down to Camelot's throne room now, before... We can't. It's too late. It's all too late. Oh. That haze looks like... Same as the calamity you saw in Norwich. That must mean it was... Yes, that calamity was just Cernanos' hand. One of many. Never mind that now. That hand thing is creeping up the wall towards Camelot. You know, we didn't need Rongo Miniad. I'm sure like Excalibur or Caliburn's lying around somewhere. We can go pick that up. Magical energy age is going haywire. Curse contamination emanating from the pit just skyrocketed. It's currently 640 million tons. It's still rising. The humongous tsunami of curse, big enough to cover all of Britain. Oh, it's animated. That's creepy. The way that hand just moved up. Look at his tentacle. Oh god. It's like a spider. Or like a centipede. Big ol' hairy centipede. Art to port, 180 degrees. We get out of this airspace now. That stuff swallows up the border, we're done for. Don't let even one of its fingers so much as graze us. This is where all the budget went. They just, whatever LB6 gets an anime eventually, they're just gonna reuse that scene. No use. Even all we got, but we're not getting any more altitude. Cernanos must have 100, 200. And I can't even count on how many hands it's got. You think Lancelot's gonna come help us? They're everywhere you look. Can't avoid them all, let alone get away from them. Dang it. But what about the Shadow Porter? Won't work. Even if we could get everyone on board in time, there's nowhere to run with the ground covered in curses. There's no way out of this. I think this might be it for us. Count it. 7, 6, 5. Goodbye, everyone. It's been swell knowing you. Let's see what the Deus Ex Machina is. What? Is that Kolinskaya? Was the code? Oh my god! Did we just get saved? But oh god, we're gonna have to buy some NFTs from her now. Get visibility again. Looks like key things are gone. Our engine output's back to where it should be too. You can get out of here, no problem now. Oh good, makes all the trouble I went to worth it. Now do you all see why NFF Services guaranteed safety protection is the best in the business? That voice! That honeyed ice cold, dangerously alluring, bitchy voice! That could only be... Tomamovich Kolinskaya! Okay, I mean, I guess... Since this is, you know, threatening the whole world, she's probably, you know... She generally likes the world, I think. Lady Morgan, did you leave the lights off again? You're gonna ruin your eyes like this. Just got back from the coronation. I'm sure you've already heard of how it turned out, but... Bloodstones? She actually came back for her. Morgan? Oh, Morgan Skaya. Welcome back. Glad you're here. Still hadn't said a proper goodbye. Perfect, I actually came here to say goodbye myself. Thank you so much for all your help with fundraising and product distribution in Gloucester. I don't know if she cares or if she's being... I think she cares. Moors may be the only new creatures I managed to acquire. No, oh god, she has Moors here in Britain. But I still enjoyed some lovely days off thanks to your generosity. I promise to repay this favor one day. As soon as I finish making my primate suit, you'll be the first to receive an invitation. That sounds great. But, sorry. I'm not sure what's going on anymore. Feels like still dreaming. Once I wake up, you're worried you'll forget everything. Not to worry, I'm the beast of taming. Like humans, I never forget my debts. Thank you for calling me your friend, my eccentric little princess. It would be an honor to purchase your joy and grief from my catalog. I'd never sell them, of course. Quite fond of you. See, and do you think you could pay me for them now? I was an idiot. Couldn't keep my anger, my hatred in check. I'm responsible. This crying spread is just sad for this. Should have realized who the true enemy was. Instead, used, manipulated, right to the end. So at the very least, you'd like to get your revenge? You just leave that to me. I'll follow these bloodstains and find whoever. No. I want you to at least protect Britain. We fairies may be fated to die out. We can never atone for our sins. Even so, I still want you to protect Britain, to protect the land of the Fae. I don't want the Great Calamity just wipe us all out on its own terms. I want to reach out our destination, even if it's the end of the line. Can I ask this of you, Luganskaya? Even though you're all alone in this world, just like me. Should she have that ready? Protect Britain and the truce, that's the word. Alright, I'll do it. If you're looking for me to protect rather than destroy, it's obvious what needs protecting. Rest assured, NFF Services has the situation well in hand. I'll make sure the ones who make the real villain's life harder stay safe and sound. That's true, we're good at being boring to people's side. That's Koyansky's beast form. Birds, can you put that up on the monitor? Dude, Holmes had 3 exclamation points. He was not expecting that. No use. Cameras are being jammed and our sonar is not working either. No! Do keep those annoying puzzles off me, won't you? They're messing with my concentration. Sonar jamming, eh? This was limbo. It's only a matter of time until we'll need to settle things with Koyansky. It's almost like that's coming up right after this. I was hoping to collect some data that would help us eventually subdue her, along with some inspiration for my deductions. Are you gonna escape or not? This emergency evacuation service expires soon. The limited time offer. If you need my services again, it's gonna cost you dearly. Right, get us out of here, double quick. Certainly don't want to be stuck with a preposterous bill. But we will pay you in full for this service eventually. You can count on that as surely as you can count the bruises we left you with after our battle on Olympus. Oh, in case it wasn't clear, that's a reference to the fact that we trounced you during the shut up Courtolf. Crap, we just lost some power to the engines again. Damn it, Chubbs, you're messing up our motivation. No, it's not that. Pressure's building up on the ground again. Like even Koyansky can only hold it off for so long. French cooking boy, get us out of here. Whatever you have to do, do it. I don't care if you have to ruin one of the Trident engines. Make it happen. Aye, aye, sir. I'll apologize to engineer later. And that's as far as the friend discount goes. The rest is up to Chaldea. As for me, I think it's time I return to my headquarters. This is Cernanos' curse. Using to mistake it for a weapon capable of destroying the world. This curse isn't meant for enemies from the outside. It's for cursing your own kind. And yourself. Curse of self-destruction. Okay. Only way I could defend their ship from it was to absorb it myself. What a sorry state of affairs this turned out to be. Oh, that's creepy. So the Chaldean ship barely managed to escape from central Britain. Our guest, now transformed into an enormous calamity of the beast, continued wreaking havoc in other cities. Having crawled out from the pit, Cernanos continued exuding seemingly endless curses. The fairy villages that dotted Britain's forests burned to the ground, which itself began to crack and fall apart under the strain. 2 hours had passed since the Stormborder first set out with the goal of saving Britain. They couldn't save anything. The residents of Norwich came to blows over who would escape on the 2 ocean liners, eventually devolving into murderous mobs of fairies and humans. You know, Spriggan, we didn't see Spriggan die on screen, so he's probably still kicking. The barber shop on Main Street, a kind young human man comforted a fairy woman who had succumbed to panic. The residents of Oxford, who had moved there with the hope of becoming the next privileged class, were destroyed when they were unable to fend off a Moor's attack. Without the Fang clan there to protect them, they're utterly powerless. Although Salisbury managed to defend itself by keeping its gates closed, coming to an even more gruesome end than any of the other cities. Londinium continued to burn in silence. The few remaining Round Table army soldiers welcomed the fairies who fled there, did their best to fight off the Moors. Though in truth, the Round Table army soldiers were already badly injured and no longer able to fight, the fairies who sought refuge there summoned up the last of their courage and defended the soldiers for as long as they were able. Oh, my heart. Those lovely fairies. Those guys are cool. They don't have to die. The residents of Gloucester disappeared relatively painlessly, one at a time. Okay, with Morian dead, nothing to protect them. A young girl who'd been freed from the Western Ranch some time before made the journey back to Gloucester after a series of trials and oh, come on! Tribulations. She braved her way through the flames to rescue her former master, a failure of a fairy who had been helpless without her. After a tearful reunion, the girl and the fairies joined hands, before being swallowed up by a fissure in the ground. Oh, Artoria never got to see the fairies. You remember the ones who wanted her to succeed? This is horrible. All of Britain's beauty gone. Yet don't tell Morgan. Indeed, Miss Light. Once the other Lost chiefs of emptiness were gone, they disappeared as well, but their inhabitants are none the wiser. Nothing like that. Britain is experiencing a true apocalypse. Even if there were some reason that the land of the Fae had to meet such a dreadful end, I shall never be able to forgive the architects of this cataclysm. But I have... yeah, okay. Yes, well, I understand why you'd be so heartbroken by this, Light. You have every right to be angry, Holmes. He's just scared. Still need to do something about it, yes? Left unchecked, that haze seeping out of the pit is going to cover the entire planet, right? Isn't there something we can do to seal the pit? No, there isn't. Can't even get close in the storm border anymore. I'm guessing now's the point where we go to remember the Mir clan where they said, "Oh yeah, Toria's gonna come here when she wants to die," or whatever. The 12 Gangomini is where I last hope. They've all been destroyed along with Camelot. There's nothing we can do to stop the collapse Trismegistus predicted anymore. I'm afraid she's right. Britain's destruction is inevitable now. From there, that destruction will spread across the rest of the globe, till proper human history, the Lost Belts, everything else is swallowed up by darkness. Hey now, there's still hope. Hold out for at least another hour before giving up. Who is this, more Mosla Grim? Sure, the fairy's sins may have been accumulating for 14,000 years. Sure, we're now faced with both the calamities and prophecy predicted, the corpse of a god that just popped out of the pit. Nothing proper human history can do about any of that. All that stuff is also cosmic fantasy, only made possible by this situation. Yeah, it's all just cosmic fantasy. The British Lost World became its own proper human history by virtue of turning into a singularity. That is, a distortion in history. In other words, repairing that singularity will restore history, resulting in the land of the Fae never having existed. Isn't that Chaldea's specialty? That voice. Wait, Merlin? Yes, I recognize it too. I know it anywhere. That's Magi Marie. You're my favorite VTuber. Hey everyone. Merlin, Major Flowers is here at last. Sorry to keep you waiting so long. Now come on, cheer up. It's not like you all to give up so easily. Heck, the real battle here in Britain is just about to begin. Oh boy, we get double Deus Ex Machina. We got Kogan Sky is saved us and Merlin just showed up out of nowhere. Okay, next one is Time of Creation. The name? Looking forward to that. Hey, wait, hold on. Take that. You can see him. Look at him. Hello, he's just chilling. Okay, what? Wait. We're on Manchester right now, so we can't see it. But if we weren't, I wonder what it'd look like. Oh, well. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Next time, we gotta be going to like Avalon or something, right? Like, Artoria Caster's 3rd Ascension, she has like an Excalibur staff. So I'm using meta reasoning, but I figure that's what's gonna happen. You see, he's got a sword. He's gonna go get Caliburn or Excalibur, either one works. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Bye.